Good evening all, hope we're all doing well. Welcome to Affinity Racing and round number 6. We're getting through these races pretty quick now. Round number 6 of the British Heart Foundation Formula 19 Championship. We are at the Nurburgring. We are at Nurburgring, of course the GP circuit, the GP layout. And as always with me around here, I'm a little bit off the pace. I started off the pace, and then I started to get quite close to the guys who were at the top of the leaderboards, and I thought, all right, I was only about 3 or 4 tenths off. I thought this is pretty good. And then Daddy P came and joined there. Up, where's he on the right hand side there, the third down. DP joined and just absolutely obliterated the timing boards. So I was down to 37.7 or 37.8, something like that. At the time where I thought, I'm only a few tenths off, the top time was, of course, then a 37.3 or whatever it was. Sorry, it might be 17. Sorry, 7 point something. Anyways, and then he's now took it down to the whatever it is he's took it down to. Yeah, the 35. See, I thought I was right. I started thinking that this lap was a 1 minute 17. That would be rapid quick, wouldn't it? So I made a few setup changes. I was then a little bit slower again. So I've kind of dialed back the setup changes in the hope that I've found something sort of in the middle. But as always with me in these races, it's setup that is definitely going to let me down. It's just not something that I've quite got to grips with. It kind of falls on the level of two ways. Oh, was Xander getting a bit sideways there? It comes down to kind of understanding exactly of the differences that these the tunings make and all that sort of stuff, but also just the time, I guess, to sit and feel the changes and really understand what you want in the car to do. So we're P7 in the timing boards at the moment, which is probably not all too great, but we'll hope for some clean laps in quali. We'll hope for some decent times in there, and see how we do manage to get on. Now a full tank of fuel there looks like it's going to get us about 12 laps, 11 or 12 laps. So we're going to need to consider that. We've got 28 laps to do, and we will see whether or not, in terms of tyre wear and things like that, I think we're going to get about 7 or 8 laps out of the tyres. Or at least I am anyways. I know some of the guys are able to look after their tyres a lot better than I am, which again comes down to setup and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think we could be on for a good one on this one. Fingers crossed. We'll put a quick lap in at the moment or now, and see where that sort of puts us. But this is full fuel running. I've obviously been a bit quicker once the fuel is burned down. Oh, look at that, 36.8. Yeah, so I saw your lap arc. Oh, I've outbroke there horrendously. I saw your lap arc and I thought, oh god, right, maybe that's where the benchmark is. And then of course DP came and joined and set that 35.9. Takes it down to the 39s. I don't know if we're going to get down to the 39s in actual quali. I think that's a very, very, very tidy lap, and I would love to know how many attempts it's took him before he's got to that. But it's a very, very good lap indeed. I think I did have a better setup at the very start of all this. Oh, PlayStation doing updates. No, James, no. Please don't miss the race because of updates. That would be a nightmare. But yeah, Ark's got a mighty quick lap round here. Xander's very quick round here as well. A lot of people who are a lot quicker than me, that's for sure. Yeah, so I'm struggling. I'm struggling, to be honest, but 99%. Oh, that's all right then. That's all right. Oops. Hopefully, hopefully that 1%, James, completes in the next 6 minutes. You reckon you can get the low 36s? I think you could do as well, Ark, for sure. With enough laps around here, I'm sure that you would find those couple of 10s quite easily. I'm sure of it. Daddy's been on all week, I'm sure he has. With a time like that. I would like to think that that means he's put a lot of practice into it, because if he's got that within a couple of laps, I'd be gutted. If he got that easily, I'd be very gutted. I hope he's worked hard for it. We're chucking another quick lap here. Of course, this is on full fuel, so I expect to be a little bit off the pace, but hopefully not by too much. Oh. Well off. Well off. That's 35.9. And DP's in a different universe to us. My optimal time is a 37.4. That's my optimal time. I haven't got anywhere close to that. Well, I have actually, a 37.6, which was pretty much the best lap. But yeah, it's a bit embarrassing being this far off the pace to everyone else. But I'm still looking forward to this race. I hope that it'll be a good one. We gotta get a clean start, get down to turn 1, get out of turn 1, and then be on our way, and hopefully all goes well after that. But yeah, we just need to find a solid pace and stick with it, really. It's not exactly a long pit stop here. But I am sort of contemplating, of those 28 laps, how many laps do we actually have to go do? I imagine most people, I think, will be doing a 2-stop strategy, so 3 stints. 9, 9 and 9, I think. Of course, one of those laps actually having to be one of those stints having to be a 10-lap stint, which will most likely be the first. But also fuel to consider as well, because a full tank is only going to get you about 12 laps. So if you're going to go slightly longer, Brian saying that he can't decide on his setup. I can decide it for him. Make it really, really same as me, and then he'll be struggling like crazy, I'm sure. I forget what I was going to say there, but never mind. We're starting the qualifying, so we'll get on with it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, right. What do we think then? Anyone want to take any bets on what our qualifying time will be? Oh, there we go. 25 to 30 seconds until the moment you exit. So yeah, quite a long pit stop, but fresh set of tyres. I mean, it is easier to make up time on this track because there's so many corners and you need so much grip, so much downforce and grip. You need so much downforce and grip that you know, maybe a fresher set of tyres is a good shout. Maybe going 7 laps and trying to do maybe averaging 7 laps. Could be worthwhile. The maths to me doesn't seem like that one would quite add up though. I think 10, 9 and 9 is going to be the way to go. Right, we've got a decent gap to Eddie here. We're going to be in slipstream range. If we can hold this gap, we'll probably be alright, I think. Oh, a bit slidey there. We have actually had quite a tidy slipstream there, to be fair. That probably could not have worked out much better for us, really. We're still well off the pace, though. Look at that, 38.7. Wow. My days, that is well off. Right, Eddie lets us go there. Tenth behind on our first lap best. Well off here as well. Absolutely well off. TP managing to get that 35.9. Ridiculously quick. And I'm going to jump into the pits here as well because that lap is not going to be any quicker. Do not refuel. Yes, mate. We still play GT Sport for the British Heart Foundation stuff. Not everyone back on. Not everyone onto GT7 yet, but I think the next one will. Oops. I think the next one will be GT7. I'm not too sure. It does feel weird jumping back between the games, though. The gameplay, it does feel dramatically different, but when you're actually in it and you get used to the, this car in particular, or you get used to whatever car you're in, you kind of forget that you are on a different game. I suppose we're all so used to GT Sport as well that we've still got a lot of muscle memory from the game. So maybe it does feel quite natural because of that, but yeah, I think we'll soon be on to GT7 soon enough. Try and burn ourselves a bit of fuel here as well at the same time. Right, let's treat ourselves to a flyer here then. Right, 2 tenths up, 2.5 tenths up on this lap then. Let's cross the line with this. this one's looking alright. It's still nowhere near where we need to be. Right, 38.1. We'll quickly get ourselves round into the pits. Quick out lap, and we get one final flying lap. Now, those banked laps there have not been using overtake, but we do have it available to us. I hope that that lap there from DP with a 35.9 has been using overtake. Because if not, I'm screwed. That's about the only thing I've got to salvage me a bit of pace at the minute. Right. James says he hates the car. I'm sure you'll get used to it, James. Although you haven't done many of these races this season, have you? So. Right, we might be able to get 2 laps left out of these tyres, as long as I can cross the line with 1 minute 40 remaining. This is me thinking I'm very clever and trying to burn down the fuel. Right, here we go then. Quite nicely done there. Happy with that. Let's just put everything into this lap here. Overtake, deployed, just forever and constantly. Just gotta make sure we get the braking zone right here, aiming for the 100-meter board. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. God, that is literally the best I could do. That is the best that I could do. P5. Chaos there with a 35.7. I think we know who's won this one. Brian just behind us there, 1.4 off, so we're 2/10 ahead there. James is saying, wow, last. You're definitely not slow, Ark, but I wonder if you've just maybe not had the cleanest of laps in this one, I guess. Were you using overtake though, Ark, or not? Because I thought normally we've not had overtake deployable in qualifying, but I could be wrong. I don't know if it's different today, or if we've always had overtake available. I can't remember. Anyways, we'll try and hope for a good getaway here. Here we go. Messed up a few corners. Bugger. That is unlucky, mate. That is unlucky. But let's hope for a good race. Best of luck. Bogged down a little bit. Bogged down a little bit. Didn't spot who that was that I've just got past there with the Alpine. Oh, it's Ark, it's Ark. A little bit of contact there. Look at that, Chaos absolutely away. I'll have to try and stay as close to Rico here as I can do, but he's also running away. Hopefully stay within a sort of a slipstream range or within that 1 second. Oh, I think that'll be a penalty for Rico. He's not ended up with one. Looks as if he just missed the chicane there. The second half. Kinds of wide there, that's not very good. Managed to somewhat drop the park. Oh, look at that. Didn't know if that looked like a bit of an incident there. But we're just struggling. Or I'm just struggling to stay on the back of this podium bunch. Closing the gap to Rico. Oh, James has left. James has left. What's happened? Catch that comment in a sec, James. Too much input needed. Yeah, a little bit of work. That's not where you want to be running. There is no grip out there. Oh, as we've discovered, dirty tyres from running out wide. That is never going to benefit you. save it. Come on, come on. Let's not have that. We're hoping that these tyres last us 10 laps. We can't be doing that. Knackered already. Yeah, they're not the easiest to work with, are they? Obviously, I'm dropping now to these podium positions. I'm hoping that Rico, as he goes, is using a bit of boost and things like that. Obviously, I've made a fairly major mistake where we almost spun it out of the final chicane, which has cost us a bit of time. But Rico's now up to a 3.3 second gap there. That's a major mistake as well. That's costly. That's cost a whole chunk of time. That's put him well over a 4 second gap. Ah, man. If I can get away with it, you're best off keeping it in fourth there, but sometimes when you feel like you're going to run wide, just naturally you want to change down just to try and get the car to be a little bit more compliant and turn in. Look at that. Chaos with it. 8 second gap to me at the moment. I'm really going to struggle to get anywhere close to that. I don't think he's going to go into the pits either. I think he is going to do 10 laps, 9 laps, and then 9 laps. And go with a 2 stops, 3 stints. You idiot. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? See a couple of comments popping up, but I apologise. I will get to them in the when I stop. You know what I'm like. I love to bin it while trying to read a comment. Kind of how you want to do that. That's a little bit better. There's Chaos into the pits there. We're gaining a little bit of time to him. Thought there was a chance it might have been him just peeling off the track to get into the pits, but it's not. Oh, we're really starting to lose the tyres under braking there as well. Have to try and get 2 more laps out of these tyres here, but I just don't quite know if it's going to happen. Right, this is my chance now. These guys are in the pits. This is where I have to hope that it pays off a little bit later on, because we're going to go 10 laps, 9 and 9. So we're doing the longer stint first. Oh, that's sketchy. That is sketchy. Slightest of lifts there to get turned in. So we're going to going to go into the pits this time, this lap here. And we make sure that we refuel there. I almost skipped. Missed a few races and Rico kicked you out. I'm sure there's a mistake there somewhere. I'm sure he wouldn't have meant to. Fairly sure he didn't mean to. Unless you said his videos were crap or something like that, then I just realised that I filled up for 8 laps there and not 9. What a donkey. That's how the car's supposed to feel. It's quite nice. Oh dear. Not very comfortable driving on those horrid worn tyres that we've just binned off. It's a bit more nice driving on this, on a nice fresh set like this. We're closing the gap to Art there, so he's gone a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. We've took a... yeah, and he's already been passed. So of course we will have dropped quite a bit of time to the leaders, but it doesn't matter too much at the moment because we've done that extra lap on a slower set of worn tyres. So we will have dropped back a little bit more. Whilst they've gone straight out, and while we've been running on a worn set, they're out on their new tyres. What I am going to need to keep an eye on is fuel. So we want to be pitting lap 19. End of lap 19. End of lap... no. Let's get this right. Yeah, end of lap 19. Bugger. Bugger. Oh, this has kind of been another one of those races, hasn't it, where sort of been in no man's land, really. I'm drifting away from the guys up ahead quite a bit now, and I think there was a bit of a nightmare for everyone behind. I think there was a bit of carnage and a couple of bumps and stuff, so there's obviously then quite a big gap there. Brian is closing though. I very much imagine that by the end of this he could be eyeing up the position. Obviously we have had to be doing a little bit of fuel saving and stuff like that as well, so our gap is going to drop a little bit through stupidly not fueling up properly. Always a mistake of some kind in the race with me. Worse than Ferrari for terrible strategies. Idiot. Brian's going to be closing quite a bit there now. Look at that. That's about a second he's took off. Literally bang on. Actually, it's 1.4 seconds or something like that. That has cost me there. Brian knows what I'm like as well. He'll just be sitting tidy waiting for a mistake to happen. He'll just be driving his own race. He'll not be pushing hard to catch, because he knows the position will be handed to him anyways. So he's just not going to bother needing to work too hard for it. Is that really what we want to be doing? There's Brian closing now. 2 more laps on these tyres, and then into the pits we go. Interesting. Those guys into the pits now. We might end up temporarily ahead of them, but of course we have a pit stop still to do. We're going to have to be refueling quite a bit as well there. So myself and Brian up to the podium positions, but it's all going to be temporary. Chaos will probably pit at the end of this lap maybe. I'd be happy if I can take P4, to be fair. If Brian doesn't manage to take it off me, I'll be happy with a P4. I think you've got to be, haven't you? I certainly wasn't 4th fastest in quali. So if I can get anywhere close to 4th. Right, let's get a bit of refueling done. Brian comes into the pits as well. It's going to be a good battle between me and Brian this last stint. It's actually going to be a really good battle here, hopefully. So, Stu, evening. How are we? How are we? You might have commented that ages ago. I've only just spotted it though. Apologies. Right, we've got 9 laps. I need to refuel for 9 laps. I'm going to over refuel because it will have calculated based on our driving style, which has been a bit of fuel saving. So 9.5 is going to do me nicely there, I think. Brian's still not out of the pits yet, so I'm glad about that. So we've gained what could prove to be a pretty vital half a second in the pits there. We're going to have to get past Eddie on track here. I think he'll be on a, from what I can gather there, must be on a slightly different strategy. Oh, that's Brian behind us there. I didn't realise that. Brian's got past Eddie as well there. No, I've rather stupidly let Brian through quite easily there. He's able to carry a lot more speed through there, isn't he? Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a lot more speed than I was able to carry. And I tried to replicate it as soon as I seen him going away. I tried to do exactly the same, but it was not, my car just was not going to stick there. Clearly superior in setup as well. Because my car was just not having that. Look at that, and he's away. He is absolutely away. He's pulled such a gap as well. Nicely done, mate. Nicely done. It's not going to happen, is it? It is just not going to happen. Get off the gravel. Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? That is it. I wish I was a bit more competitive. I really do. Ah, no. That is pretty much that. Right, we're going to have to try and hold on to P5 then. That right up there, didn't that? The only other thing that I can hope here is that Brian has to fuel save a little bit, or that his tyres, with that pace he's had, maybe hopefully he's been pushing extra hard and it's murdered his tyres, but I don't think it will have done. I tell you what though, 28 laps around here is hard work. Harder work than the Nurburgring as well, I say. Max, how we doing? Hope all is well, welcome along. I'm all over the shop. Absolutely all over the shop. Yeah, I love the Super Formulas. I just wish I could drive them. They're fun to drive. I just wish I could be quick in them. That's the problem. Oh man. Well, we're certainly not going to close a 6-second gap to Brian there unless he manages to miraculously bin it, which he's very good at not doing. I'm good at doing that, however, as we've seen. But, yeah, Brian knows how to keep it on track, so That rules me out of catching up to him, I think. At this rate now, we've only got 1.5 laps left to go. I think we're going to be able to hold on to P5. We've kind of been in our own little race, really. Been one of those. But, yeah, I'm sure if I sit and watch the replays, I'll be able to see where everybody was so much quicker and how I should have driven this circuit. I'll certainly be watching Rico's replays as well. I haven't seen last week's or the week before. The one that I missed from Red Bull Ring. It is on my list to catch up. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be able to sit down and have a watch and see how everybody got on. It was in the rain, if I remember, so it should be an exciting one. Nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Still been a good race though. This is probably the best result I could have got realistically. Brian's obviously a lot quicker than me anyways. Yeah, probably is about the best I could have done. I think we qualified did we qualify P6, I think? Made up one place. I think Arks had a little bit of a nightmare. Maybe he's not the best of starts. I think he's got caught up. I think I did see him when we had a look back at the very start of the race. Got caught up in a little bit of carnage or a mistake or two from the fact that you have 10 cars all trying to navigate turn 1. But there we go. We're going to take home P5. Could have been P4, could have been P4, but I let Brian go through probably a bit too easily, but looking at the pace, he would have had me on the straight anyways. He would have just stayed on the back of me and slipstreamed his way past very easily, so better to just let him past instead of losing time. But we'll take P5. We will take P5. Looks like, well, obviously Rico's managed to win the race, which is very, very interesting because Chaos was quite a way ahead at some point, so I'll be interested to have a look. I'm not going to do it on this stream because I do actually need to head straight home, unfortunately. But if we take a look and we subscribe to Rico's channel, we will see indeed how he's actually managed to get that win. Because I think he started P3. I think he started P3 if I remember. So he's done well to get past those two guys specifically because they're both very, very quick. So a mega race, as always. Could have been a little bit better, or hopefully, or could have hoped for something a little bit better, I think, in terms of results. But nonetheless, as always, a mega race with a bunch of mega drivers. Always awesome to race against this lot. And I think we've only got a couple of rounds left. One is Laguna Seca, which I'm looking forward to, if I remember rightly. So that one should be a good one. But yes, I'm going to end the stream there. It's going to feel like it's a quick cross the finish line and end the stream. But do make sure to subscribe to Rico's channel. Full race replay, commentary, and all that good stuff. As I say, I know the time that Rico puts into those videos because I can just see as I'm watching. I know from the edit, I can see how much time goes into them. So make sure you subscribe, check them out. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for daily races. Not sure what they are yet because we still don't have a way of getting a cheeky sneak peek ahead of time. But we're going to continue our road, our journey, our path, hopefully, or our aim to A+. We want to try and get to A+ rated. So we will try and push on with that, crack on with that tomorrow. Hopefully there's a track on there where we can get ourselves some good wins and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. But there we are then. Appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Hope that is not a bad way to wrap up your weekend. Enjoy what is left of it. And I shall see you all tomorrow for Daily Races. Toodles!